Alright, now we're gonna need to use our shared preference manager. How can we use our shared preference manager and where we should use it in our business layer, in the UI layer. So in our UI, we're gonna make a new UI package. We're gonna make a new view model, which is gonna be responsible for onboarding business logic. We will name it onboarding view model, and it will inherit from the view model, which is from the lifecycle package. And now we should have our shared preference manager at this point. But in order to have our shared preference manager, we were required to have shared preference. And shared preference is an Android component. Like you can see, it's Android here. So how can we pass an Android component in the view model? We can use it using the context. Yeah, I'm just gonna make some random function here. I will remove it later on, which is gonna be which require context, and this context we're gonna get shared preference using the name. Let's say shared preference name, and the mode will be private. Private. I'm not sure why. Anyway, the mode is gonna be private. So the problem in this approach is we are passing the context, which is an Android component, to our view model, and the view model shouldn't have our context, because this can produce a memory leaks, which is something that we don't want. And this approach, we really need to handle the dependencies, since we have kind of multiple dependencies. Our own shared onboarding view model will require context in order to make the shared preference, which will be passed then to the shared preference manager. So we have a couple of dependencies, and in order to manage these dependencies, we will need something called dependency injection. We have a couple of approaches. There is a manual dependency injection, and there is a pure dependency injection, and we can also use a framework for handling this dependency injection logic. And that's what I really like, especially after Dagger Health is being produced, because Dagger 2 was kind of hard. Dagger Health is a newer version from Dagger 2, and it's really easy and fast. And this is what we're gonna do next.